What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode on my channel. As always, I'm Jay, and guys, you know what? There's been a lot of hate being spewed lately, especially within the past 2 weeks since the release of the Justice League film. A lot of Marvel fanboys and a lot of critics decide to take a big old dump on the Justice League film, and of course, they're harping on the fact that Marvel does it better. Well, you know what, guys? After 17 films and a grandiose sense of success, I think it's about time we get brought back down to reality here. So for your consideration, please take a look at this video of 6 Marvel movies worse than Justice League. Kicking things off, we have Iron Man 2. Yes, that's right, Iron Man 2, which admittedly many Marvel fans already agree is not that good of a film, mostly because they decide to cram a lot of story elements and a lot of characters within this basic filler in the pursuit of promoting the eventual Avengers movie. Remind you of anything? Next at number 5, we're keeping in the line of Iron Man films with Iron Man 3. Now, whether you're talking about the fact that RDJ was not Iron Man for half of the movie, or the fact that the stakes were neutered so badly, this film was not good. Especially with the fact that they gave you a red herring in the form of the Mandarin, which turned out to be one of the shittiest reveals in movie history. And I'm sorry, despite that Marvel one-shot saying that there is a real Mandarin out there, it did nothing for me to salvage this film. And then all of a sudden, Tony's magically able to decide now he knows how to take the shrapnel out of his chest. In other words, this film is crap, and you ate it up. And at number 4, we have Doctor Strange, a story about a douchey playboy rich guy who goes through a life-changing accident, causing him to go on a journey of self-discovery and becoming a superhero, only to fight a big-ass CGI villain at the end. If this sounds familiar to you guys, it's because it's already been done. It's the same formula as Iron Man. Plus, he's got crazy good facial hair to sport it too. God, this movie was underwhelming. And they reversed time at the end of it. You can't do something that was in a Christopher Reeve Superman and expect to call it original. And at number 3, we have one of those rare Marvel sequels that didn't know what to do with itself because the first one was so awesome. That's right, folks. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, aside from being one big 80s nostalgia trip, this soundtrack was not even close to being as good as the first one. And they ruined the 2 biggest things that the first film had going for it. One was the fact that we don't know what else Peter Quill was made of, and Yondu. And this film single-handedly set up the original Guardians. No one cared. At number 2, we have The Incredible Hulk. Now, this was the second version. It was a reboot, and it was actually established in the Marvel Universe. And this film was meant to set up bigger things in the future, which didn't happen because Ed Norton dropped out, and Marvel just decided, we'll just make Hulk a side character. It's better to have him peppered in than to have his own movie series. Plus Universal and distribution rights. People keep on complaining about how Batman v Superman didn't have good CGI, but yet this film's CGI has not aged well, and I'm pretty sure Abomination looks like shit compared to Steppenwolf. Maybe this movie would have been more fun if Ed Norton had played along and actually did some press and actually appreciated this film, but whatever, we got Mark Ruffalo now, and he's the best Hulk. And at least DC hasn't recasted anybody. Well, yet. And at number 1, we have, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the worst of the worst, the shittiest of Marvel films, Thor 2: The Dark World. Now, if you want to talk about bad villains, the worst villain to ever take the cake at any cinematic universe ever is Malachi, the Dark Elf. He is so bad and forgettable, he makes Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor look like Loki by comparison. And if you want to talk about a movie that took itself way too seriously, this is the film. It was painful to watch. Anyway, guys, those are my top 6 Marvel movies that are worse than Justice League. Let me know what you guys thought of this list. Are there any other shitty Marvel movies that you guys ended up noticing that were worse than Justice League? Or is Justice League just too much for you to handle? We can always go back to Bat Nipples if you like that. Anyway, guys, that's all the time that I have for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, leave all the feedback, even if it's negative, down below. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.